Are you undergoing rewiring? Well, it might be, Emily, but what the heck is rewiring? If you're asking yourself that question, I'm really glad that you're here with me today because I'm undergoing some rewiring right now, and I want to share with you what exactly, from my perspective, that means and how we can use our breath to really make the most of those times when we get rewired. First, I'd like to just share out to, oh, it's 2:22. Look at that. I love it when I come on at those times. I'm just going to share out to a couple of groups that I like to hang out in. So I invite you guys to share as well once you get here. I'm going to share. All right. How do I share you, Emily? William is in the house. What's up, buddy? Well, William is here and Barbara is here. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, just trying to share out my broadcast here. There we go. Do a little sharing. So talking about rewiring, we work with many angelic beings, guides, God, right? Many of us have spirit guides and angels around us. We have loved ones on the other side who are really here to help us walk through this process of being a human being. It doesn't really matter what your source is that you tune into, what you call it or what name that you give it. We're all working with higher level consciousness beings. And when we get rewired, here's what I mean by that happening. It means that there is a significant shift in our own programming, in our thoughts, in our behaviors towards others, in our thoughts about our life, in what we view as possible for ourselves. And many times this rewiring happens to us and we have to get sick in order to get still enough to pay attention to what's going on. Or we have to have something crazy happen in our life. We have to have maybe a relationship blows up in our face and it forces us to stop and get still and pay attention. Because so many times we're all moving so quickly through our life and we feel like there's so much that we have to get done that we don't slow down enough to really experience this rewiring. And so spirit gets our attention to get us to slow down by having our bodies break down and get sick, so that we have to be very still and we have to kind of take that time to be very inward and alone, right? Or we have, like I said, a relationship experiences a tumultuous time and it causes us to take a step back and be like, oh man, what's going on there? Here's the cool thing, guys. If we begin to listen to our intuition, that when that rewiring is happening, and we can learn to give ourselves more time to meditate, more time to be still, more time for reflection, more time for asking, what is it that I need to learn and to work on right now in my life? Then we can move through these times of learning and growth and expansion in our life without having to have all the negative recourse of feeling sick or having your relationships blow up in your face, right? And those are just two examples of the ways that spirit will cause us to like stop and take a step back and pay attention in a deeper way to what's going on in our life. So I have noticed some rewiring going on within me. And there would be a time in my life where I would have likely gotten very, very sick and had to just stay in bed for a period of time in order to really be still enough to figure out what the heck is going on. But the place I'm at right now in my life, when I begin to feel that intuitive nudge of, Emily, you need to spend a little more time in meditation, or you need to spend a little bit more time writing. Writing is an excellent way to get that flow of communication going back and forth with spirit. Or, Emily, you need to spend a little bit more time in nature. I take a little bit longer walk with the dogs when I'm walking my dogs on a daily basis. If we can begin to listen to that intuitive messages that are coming in from spirit, we don't have to go through the same explosions in our life that will get our attention. So I invite you guys to breathe with me today. What happens when we breathe? Well, I can tell you one of the major things that happens when you just pause to take some time and show up here and breathe with me is that your thoughts for the rest of the day are going to be more clear. Okay, you're going to find that you have more space in between your automatic programming that happens. What do I mean by automatic programming? I mean the ways we tend to just naturally respond to situations before we have time to even think of them. Or laughing, Lala says, yes, or laughing. When we breathe, we have less inflammation in our body, and inflammation is the cause of 95% of all illness or dis-ease that we experience comes from a state of inflammation. So just by showing up and breathing here today, you're going to get all kinds of magnificent results in your life, as well as the expansion of your intuition, the expansion of your own consciousness. So I invite you guys to sit up nice and straight. Janelle says the Trinity clearing. Yeah, there's some major stuff going on the planet right now. Whether you feel it or not, there are shifts and changes and rewiring and cleansing. Your shit is going to be coming to the surface in your life. If you haven't already seen it come to the surface, get ready. It's gonna come to the surface in your friends' lives, in your family's lives. And when we learn how to pause and tune into our breath and just stay centered, we're gonna move through this in a much smoother kind of way. And guys, this isn't just your shit coming to the surface. This is the stuff of your ancestors. All right, this is the stuff of your lineage. This is the stuff of generations of programming. All right, the entire anger of the planet is coming to the surface and coming out in some people. So if you notice yourself overly emotional or overly angry, we're processing all of this stuff that's wired within us, and we are moving into these higher states. Janelle says last stage of the sun. Nina says yes. Wow, you guys are feeling it. So we're going to just have some support time here together. We're going to breathe, sitting up nice and straight. Picturing that column of light that's going to run up and down your spine. And as we breathe, we want to imagine the breath, the life force energy moving up and down that column. Okay, nice and gentle, bringing harmony and balance everywhere inside of our body. We've also been adding the I am statement to our breathing. So we are going to use the statement, I am intuitive today. This is going to help expand your intuition and allow those messages from spirit to be coming in more clearly, okay? All right, nice deep breath in. I am intuitive, and exhaling. I am intuitive. 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 One more round, deep breath in. I am intuitive. I am intuitive. And I am Emily Harrison, the founder and director here at the Akashic Academy. I am an Akashic Records mentor, so I share the Akashic Records with other light workers, and I teach them how to use that modality to expand whatever current modality that you're using. And if you are an emerging light worker, then you're in the right place being here. So many people on the planet, especially those people who are connecting with me here, are either light workers or they're moving into that stage of being a light worker in their life. I haven't always been a, quote, light worker. And depending on how you look at it, in some realms I have been. It hasn't always been my job to show up and talk this brand of metaphysics and spirituality with people. But as our planet is shifting and as our consciousness is shifting, we need everybody to show up and talk about these experiences that we're having, to talk about whatever your brand the crazy is, because there's so many people on the planet who still look at this as crazy work, right? But it's not actually crazy. The more we talk about it, the more we share this experience with each other, the more we're really coming back into that unity that the planet is shifting into right now. So I invite you guys, grab a hold of your light worker selves and explore the things that excite you. If Reiki excites you, go explore that. If yoga excites you, explore that. If reading cards excites you, explore that. I really want to encourage you to, whatever inspires you, move in that direction. Learn more about those particular modalities and begin to share them with your friends. Begin to talk about it in your life. Thank you guys for hanging out with me here. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. There's a lot of programming going on right here on the Akashic Academy Facebook page on Wednesdays. So I will see you guys all here tomorrow for that. Namaste. And I'll talk to you guys soon.